This Week in Nintendo News. I'm your host, Bastian. Let's get to that first story. So first of all, as I'm recording this, the first presidential debate just recently ended, and while I was watching it, yes, I am not only a video game geek, but a politics geek, and as I was watching it, they were posting various tweets that people were tweeting about the presidential debate, and I'm shocked and amazed that they would go ahead and post this particular tweet. I doubt it was an automated service. I doubt you could simply tweet something and then it would just automatically appear. I'm sure that it went through people who were sort of weeding through those to select ideal ones, but take a look at this one. It's right at the bottom of the screen there. And I couldn't agree more. Possibly the best way to settle this debate would be a Pokemon battle between the presidents, but yeah, I doubt that's gonna happen, so oh well. Next up is the fact that Nintendo of Japan had a new Nintendo Direct, and they revealed that there are going to be some brand new 3DS designs, specifically ones for Mario and Animal Crossing, and there'll be bundles of sorts. They'll actually come with games. Now, as far as whether these design bundle things will come over to the Americas, that kind of remains to be seen. Japan tends to make a lot of these sorts of things that never actually make it over here, so we'll just have to wait and see what Nintendo of America decides. Our next story is about a listing from Ubisoft that might accidentally have revealed some features about the Wii U that Nintendo wasn't quite ready to reveal just yet. Specifically, you'll notice in this listing that it has sort of breakdowns, prices for various types of purchasable, downloadable content, one of which is the mention of a desktop background sort of thing. So we know that, of course, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 have that sort of thing where you can sort of customize your desktop background by purchasing these various themes to do so. Nintendo hasn't mentioned that such a thing would be possible for the Wii U, but it looks like it is going to be possible, so I mean, there is, of course, the tiny possibility that Ubisoft didn't mean to write Wii U here. Maybe they, for some reason, just assumed that that would be possible and didn't know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be possible, and that is awesome. Next up is some eBay listings for the Wii U. Yes, already, and because the Wii U has been sold out across the states, basically if you try to pre-order it online, for any of the major retailers, it's not possible, especially with the deluxe version. You just can't get any anymore. So, some opportunistic eBayers have decided to take those pre-orders that they have already secured and are now posting them on eBay for sale anywhere from $500 to over $700. I hate to say it, but I think that they might be onto something, because it looks like it might be just like back when the Wii was released. There might be mass shortages, and so many kids will be wanting the Wii U for Christmas, and their parents will go to the stores and be told, no, they're long gone, and so their parents are going to turn to eBay and see that, yes, you can purchase one for over $700, and if you can afford it and want to make that kid happy, I guess you'll be able to, but yowza, we've got possibly a leak from Nintendo of Europe, and on their site, they went ahead and posted some virtual console listings for the 3DS, and show some box art from some Game Boy Advance games. Now, up to this point, it has not been possible to purchase Game Boy Advance titles through the virtual console for the 3DS, in Europe or elsewhere for that matter, so this is a shocker. It may be that this is just a complete accident on their part, or it may be that they've accidentally leaked the fact that yes, you'll be able to purchase old Game Boy Advance games for the 3DS, so that would be awesome. I'd really like to play some Minish Cap on my 3DS. Our next story is about the fact that, as we know, Nintendo is now pushing all first-party titles to be digitally downloaded as well as physical copies. They're providing both options. But what happens if you have purchased a physical copy and then gave it to a friend or something, and then you purchase a digital copy? What about your save file? Well, unfortunately, as you may already know, it isn't possible to use the same save file for those two different types, physical and digital. They're going to be releasing a new app, they say, specifically in Japan, but of course it will be available elsewhere, and it will come in the springtime. That's quite a wait, but this app will transfer your physical save file into a digital save file. So that's awesome that they've solved that problem and are providing a solution. It's a little unfortunate that it's later rather than sooner, but at least it's in the works. Next up is a pretty amusing piece of information from Did You Know Gaming. They sort of do facts about video games that you may not know, and this particular one is that apparently there are some officials in Spain's version of the FBI. I don't really know what it's called, but they have some Pokemon fans in there, and they've codenamed one of their operations as Operation Pokemon. And the reason being is because of Pokemon's famous phrase, "Gotta catch 'em all," and the idea is that there's apparently been a lot of fraud going on with the politicians in Spain, and so they've set up this operation to catch them all. So it's pretty amusing that they've named operation after Pokemon. I wonder what sort of operation they'd name after the Mario series. And then our final story comes from Cracked. That's, of course, a very humorous website that pokes fun at basically everything under the sun, and usually with visual aids, some images or videos. And in this instance, they've sort of doctored up a lot of images to sort of represent what if video game characters had free will? Because, you know, oftentimes video game characters are really sort of constrained by what they can and can't do based on mechanics in the game. And so we see everything from the very first Mario game, Princess Peach just kicking Bowser straight in his Bowsers, to Link encountering Old Man from the original Legend of Zelda, and Old Man saying, "What the heck, you're just a kid, never mind, I'll go do this myself, you just wait here." And then of course we've got this, which is exactly what I would do. I mean, this is from Yoshi's Island. You might be familiar with that game, you might not, but in that game, you play as Yoshi, and then you're constantly carrying around Baby Mario on your back, and if any of the enemies cause Baby Mario to become dismounted from your back, then he cries, and it's possibly the most annoying sound in a video game. Yes, more annoying than the beep 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 when you only have a heart left in Zelda. It's really annoying. In fact, when I played Yoshi Island, I got so annoyed by it that I turned sound completely off, so I didn't have to be bugged by it. But Yoshi in this animated GIF has the right idea. Why not just eat Mario? So that's it for this week in Nintendo news. Tomorrow is a video that I'm sure a lot of you thought was never going to come. It's the brand new Games Like Zelda, and if you've never seen this series, because it's been so long that I haven't done any, well, maybe this will introduce you to it. So see you then. Bye.